So maybe you feel like you're dying too often, or you're just looking to improve your game. Today we're going to cover my top 5 ways to up your survivability, hopefully enabling you to have a better KD and longer playing time in game. I see a lot of players, including myself, run into these 5 common slip-ups that drastically hurt your chances at surviving at the end of the round. So let's start by exposing those mistakes and choosing better courses of action. To begin, don't waste ammo on a downed opponent. Typically, in a clutch situation where ammo is your best friend, we have a tendency to go for the full kill. I get it, it's ranked. You want to improve that KD and you don't want to run the risk of losing the kill for your stats. However, if you can prepare yourself to use every bullet in a clutch wisely, you'll have a better chance at winning the round and have a better KD to show for it. When you spot that first enemy and shoot enough bullets to get them down, leave them there. Turn your attention to your next matchup. Start listening for who is approaching next. Save every bullet you can until you have time to safely reload and get the downed enemy. The downed enemy isn't going anywhere, especially if time is running out and your opponents are closing in on you. Now this point isn't to say you can never shoot a downed enemy, that's not what I'm getting at. Obviously, if you want to ensure the opponent doesn't get picked up, you try and make sure you take them out. But when time is running out and you have 3 enemies approaching from different areas, wasting bullets on a downed enemy will only hurt your chances at killing the others. The second point is place your drone at your first entry point. If you aren't going to pull your drone outside to be picked up, I'd recommend placing it inside the room you will enter first. I've caught several opponents off guard because they think the first room they enter will be perfectly clear without droning it. Never breach in blind. Place your drone in a good location to see everything going on in the room you will enter first. This allows you to rush right up to the window or doorway you plan on breaching, check your cam real quick to make sure the room is clear, and breach on in. From then on, you have a clear room where you can proceed to drone ahead to scout out the remainder of your attack. On defense, take advantage of the element of surprise. I love waiting in a room that most people enter in first, regardless of where the objective is. Most people will think that they will be safe until they get near or around the objective. Surprise them by waiting for their careless breach and pick up a couple of early kills. The third point is don't expose yourself throwing a nitro. If you happen to be running a nitro cell, typically you try and use it as a next resort if you miss with your first magazine. Instead of taking cover and reloading, most people will whip out their nitro cell and charge an enemy. This is really risky. 9 times out of 10, I see a teammate run up defenseless holding a nitro cell and get blown away. If you were to try and throw a nitro cell for a kill, do so behind cover. You open yourself up way too much trying to throw and detonate while being right in front of an enemy. Typically, I don't run a nitro in the first place, because the temptation is always there to try and throw it. Anytime I do run a nitro cell, I end up dying to really bad timing. Unless you were using a nitro to wallbang, kill a shield operator, or floor bang someone, I'd recommend you run barbed wire or a shield instead. If you watched some of the Pro League this week, you saw that the nitro cell was super important to denying a plant from the floor below. Nitros can be super useful, but try not to expose yourself when throwing them. Fourth point is be conscious of your noise. You may not be at the stage where audio determines a win or a loss, but for me, everything I hear directly affects how I play. I'm only using a $40 P12 Turtle Beach headset, but man can this thing pick up quality audio. Running is one of the loudest things you can do to give your position away, so stay crouched whenever you can. The only reason you should be running is to rotate back to the objective because your team needs help or time is running out. Additionally, checking cameras, changing your position, and switching weapons all make loud noises. When an opponent and I are on opposite sides of a wall and I hear him whip out his camera device, I know I have a very good opportunity to get a jump on him. Changing from standing to crouch to prone are also giveaways to me for where to be looking. If I hear my opponent shuffling around on the ground, I know to keep my gun aimed lower. So just be conscious of how much noise you are making. By doing so will greatly help your chance at surviving. The fifth and final point is practice your aim. A lot of players go straight into ranked as their way of trial by fire, which can work, but if you're finding that you are having trouble winning gunfights and can't seem to step your KD up, definitely go into Terrace Hunt and practice. I know the lag in Terrace Hunt seems counterproductive sometimes, but I found a neat practice exercise on attack. When you find the cluster of nitro cells, turn your fire rate to single tap and see how many you can shoot without missing. Practice quickscoping and upping your zoomed or fire response time. I love doing this exercise every now and then and truly believe it has aided my accuracy. Try it out, I think you'll enjoy it. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you will be able to improve your survivability with these, as they have greatly helped me step things up. If you're looking for more tips and recommendations, I've made videos on how to win more gunfights, improving your attack, how to roam, and how to establish diamond habits, so definitely go check those out if you're interested. Thank you guys for your insane support, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, biohazard container located.
Breaking windows.
Breaking windows? Dude, I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
guys.